Then we'll go into Q3. So your first pair going to be Ricky Silva and Angel Fernandez. So right now this is a 16 car field, the 867.7, and it's held by Ismael Medina. 26 cars have taken a hit so far. Both these cars outside looking in here in Q2. And a good lap could help them out here going into Q3 potentially. Ricky Silva in that competition clutch entry. Number 22 right now. Wants to get down this racetrack probably more than almost anybody. Fernandez has put up some impressive numbers throughout the years. Both these guys know how to get down the racetrack. Generally qualified for the field. Silva. Fernandez. Silva getting down the racetrack just fine. No problems here. Top end Silva, 836, 8185. 807.3 for Fernandez, 183. Fernandez Cruz okay with that one. They'll go number 13, Silva, outside looking in still in the number 17 spot. As your next pair going to be coming up here, Bradley Dillon, who's also on the outside looking in, did not go down the racetrack last time. J.F. Kelly, who was last year's runner-up, sits in the water box right now in that 99 Civic.
Oye, tenemos el que llegó segundo el año pasado en la categoría por el carril izquierdo con el corillo de Dr. Team. Carril derecho, óyeme, Bavilla por demás guerreando contra todos los Honda, el Neon por el carril derecho de Bradley Dillon. Cualificando la posición número 25, pero sabemos que es un Neon que ya está probado, que ha corrido en la zona de los 7 segundos.
Bradley Dillon, the lone domestic in the category here with the Dodge SRT4, the Neon. Out of Virginia, Dillon Roofing, Precision Turbo. That's Performance Bravo lubricants all on board there for that right lane machine. As J.F. Kelly waiting patiently for Bradley. Not quite sure what's going on with Bradley's car here, but seems to be struggling to get it rolling. J.F. Kelly is sitting and waiting patiently. And Star Mikey Cade's on, come on.
So Bradley Dillon, the lone Neon, the lone or domestic rather, in the extreme front-wheel drive category, brought by Rose Street Performance.
And Star Mikey has put him off the clock, and it looks like Bradley's waved him off, said, nope, I'm not going to make the run. Something's going on. He's not ahead of the camera for sure. James Kelly solo pace here for the as he will head down this racetrack. Top end, J.F. Kelly, 789, 491 for Kelly. I believe that's a career best for that machine. 191 miles an hour. J.F. Kelly goes to number 3.
Good.
789 sube a la tercera posición y son los primeros 7-8 que logra hacer. Oye, subiendo a la tercera posición en la Extreme Front Wheel Drive traída por la gente de Real Street Performance. Oye, un saludito a todos esos honderos que están conectados en Flow Racing en Puerto Rico de parte del Racing. Vamos por encima, Honda Power.
The green entry on the right side, that's going to be Dennis Narvaez, the 2000 Civic with 316 speed on the side out of Florida. B-Series power to the hood. Currently sits number 2 in the field. 785 on the 2, 194. Far side of the racetrack, that blue machine, that is Jason Marsh. The 92 Honda Civic sits right now inside the qualified field. And the number 15 spot, 810 with a 5 at 191. I would expect Marsh to try to find a little bit more here, knowing how this camp is. Don't be shocked to see 7 on the board for Marsh and a repeat 7 here for Navarez if both these cars can get clean to the 60-foot.
Número 15, Jason Marsh por el carril izquierdo. Dennis Nevares. Oye, número 2, la clasificación por el carril derecho con 7.85 buscando subir a la primera posición. Vamos a ver cómo le va a Dennis por el carril derecho.
It's a real street performance, straight front-wheel drive. Q2 on deck, the final qualifying group here for the second qualifier. We'll start Q3 after a little bit of track prep. Still more to go here. Next front-wheel drive. Mars is in, waiting on Marsh. Marsh joins. Both cars lead clean to the 60-foot. Top of the racetrack for the pair. 8:05 to an 8:25. No improvement for either.
Se mantiene en la tercera posición Dennis Nevares con 8.05, 8.25 para Jason Marsh por el carril izquierdo.
So Kevin Ailman, right side, not in the field. Current class record holder in this category. Carbohydrates left side of the racetrack in the 92 Civic, K-Series power. Also outside right now.
Óyeme, carril derecho, óyeme, en estreno y nada más y nada menos que el piloto más rápido front wheel drive, el chamaquito de Chapulín, Kevin Alemán en los controles por el carril derecho.
Lights are going to be down. Cleaning green both sides of the racetrack. There's issues there for Biodegris. Top of the racetrack, Ailman. 818 with a 4, 183. As we're going to go check top end now after smoke from Biodegris', from Ailman's car. And no parachute.
No tiró el paracaídas Kevin. Se siente cómodo frenando sin paracaídas. Un poquito de humo. Óyeme, con 8-1.
Man,
Bello.
those brakes are absolutely bright red. Woo.
Ahí se notó. Oh,
Hey, there's the parachute on the turnaround. Hey!
Kevin, el mejor, Kevin Alemán. Óyeme, los frenos están botando fuego. No soltó el paracaídas. Tranquilo, coge la curva, para el carro y ahí es que salen los paracaídas cuando el carro para durísimo. Ni abrieron los paracaídas, salieron hasta enrollados.
Parachute only deploys when the brakes are at 1,000 degrees, I guess, there for Ailman.
Well, they just start to operate good when they heat up like that.
Atomizer Racing Injectors Renegade versus Modified to 5 and 6. Atomizer Racing Injectors Renegade versus Modified to 5 and 6. I say those brakes are hot, hot, hot.
So you have Vargas Lopez left side here. Michael Manley in the right. We've seen Manley flirt in that 200-mile-an-hour zone before. This is a 7-second capable car. Went 8:03.1 yesterday, or pardon me, I should say earlier today. In that first qualifying session, good for 8th in the field. Far side, Diego Vargas Lopez, the Nopi car, 2000 Honda Civic, K-Series powder. Pete Toot, of course, on board as always, along with Garrett Motion. Now, right now, Yarrow's on the outside looking in. I would expect this thing to go A to B with Yarrow behind the wheel, of course, with Norris and the crew doing the tuning duties. Yarrow's in, Manley's in, lights down. Terrible short time there for Yarrow. Top end here for Manley. Yarrow charging around him though. 7.99.8 for Michael Manley. 198.14.6 for Yarrow. So Yarrow will go to the bump spot with that 8.14.6. Man, that short time, 164.60 foot is abysmal for these types of cars. And I'll tell you what, if they can get into that 150, 140 range, that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. Expect a 7 on the board from that crew. Manly number 8.
Así mismito para Gerald Vargas. Óyeme, que cabe destacar que Gerald Vargas es el único corredor que ha tocado las 200 millas en un Serie K. Y hay fuego, hay fuego, hay fuego.
Zero on fire up in the shutdown area.
Ya llegó el extinguidor, hay fuego en el carro de Gerald. Ya Gerald se bajó del motor. Nada que lamentar, tranquilo Unique, que ya están apagando el motor. Pero cogió fuego allá abajo, tan pronto paró. Pero ya Gerald está fuera del carro, sin peligro.
Shout out to Don grabbing the fire extinguisher there. Flow Racing, people of many talents.
Mira quién está ahí por el carril derecho. El duro Rafael Lanati, el Civic por el carril derecho. Max Ledoux por el carril izquierdo.
Real quick before I talk about the two, I got a parts call 4-inch tubing aluminum, 90 degrees for Josh Pratt. If anybody happens to have any, he appreciates it. Again, Josh Pratt looking for some 4-inch tubing aluminum, preferably 90 degrees. As Juan Fabanea, Max Ledoux. Ledoux left side, Juan right side. Keep an eye on the right lane, 9 in the show right now for Rapp. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Oh. El que menos falle pasa al frente. Ahí va el duro Rafa en el Nati. Mire, tranquilito en el Civic el Nati, suavecito. Ya se perdió el pase, no hay por qué ajorarnos. Vamos a lucirlo por la pista para que lo vean. Mira quién está ahí en el carril derecho. Girl Power. Johanna Marí por el carril derecho. ¿Dónde están esas mujeres fiebrúas? ¿Dónde están esas honderas? Que ya tú sabes, están pendientes. Mire, los maridos, no, que si yo corro, que si yo corro. Mira, también tienen una mujer representando a las chicas en la categoría Front Wheel Drive. Óyeme, también tocando los 7 segundos en un Serie K para Johanna Marí PR Beauty por el derecho.
Joanna Murray right side there, the Orlando, Florida-based Civic, K-Series power to the hood. As Daniel Calderon sits to the left. That Civic has really been starting to turn some heads here. Daniel Calderon, number 5 right now with what I believe was a best 792, won at 192.
Johanna Marí cualificando posición número 9 con 8.03. Vamos a ver si sube de la posición número 9 Johanna por el derecho.
142 short for Joanna. Keep an eye on the right lane. If she gets it through, no. As some smoke coming out from behind Daniel Calderon's machine as he will abort the run. 905 of the dough there for Daniel, 1085 for Joanna. There was some potential there for the right lane.
Con problemas ambos vehículos. Se quedó luego del cuarto de milla, carril izquierdo. Johanna suavecito.
Daniel's pulled off to the side as we always asked. He will climb out of the car.
Yeah, we got some downtime.
I will say this, Daniel, like I said, has been turning some heads over the last year or two with what he's been doing with his extreme front wheel drive machine. As they'll push the car off. Joanna Marie was able to coast it down. They'll stay 5th and 9th in the field respectively. Called around the number 5 position. Here in Real Street Performance Extreme Front Wheel Drive. Front Wheel Drive on track right now. The final qualifying category of Q2.
Asimismo en la última categoría, en el round número 2 de cualificatoria, la que estamos corriendo, lo que viene siendo la Front Wheel Drive. Última categoría del segundo round de cualificatoria. Óyeme, un saludito en especial a los honderos de Cagua, el corillo de Pitts, Edgar, Brian Santiago, todo el corillo que están conectados viendo la mejor categoría, la X Front Wheel Drive de parte del Racing. Vamos por encima.
As I'm hearing cleanup in the shutdown area. Good news is, with Daniel stopping as soon as he could, it'll minimize that cleanup. I should be able to get it pretty quick.
Hey, there's a guy out here that needs open heart surgery. Oh, wait, never mind. Here comes Don. He's all right. Yep. He's fine. He's having a heart drain.
I just found out my wife's got the stream up at home. And it looks like my 3 nieces are also watching in Savannah, Greece, and Olivia. Hello.
Aww.
See?
Aww.
I've been told to do the job. I don't know what that means.
Do the job.
Do the job.
The bosses have spoken.
Oye, gozando mi panita Gio en los bleachers, viendo los ondas. Ah, Gio, como te gusta, hondero de la mata. El Gio con su RCX activo en la casa. Y Giovanni Rivera.
All right, so getting a call around FYI. It is cast block, and you are on the clock. 5-minute downtime. If it's more than that, you got the fine. Which means you'll have to have that paid for you to be able to get down the track again.
All right, so once again, X front wheel drive only applies to this category. X front wheel drive only applies to this category. Any cleanup that results in more than 5 minutes of cleanup that lasts more than 5 minutes, you get one warning, one and only warning. So Daryl Calderman, this is your one official warning. This has exceeded 5 minutes. And the car does have a cast block, so you must pay a $1,000 fine in the tower before any other runs can be made by Daryl Calderman. So somehow, I know we have diapers and pans on the car, but somehow it escaped that. So for all X front wheel drive racers, you got to make sure you construct these diapers and pans to a point that if something does escape, that it does catch all the fluid. If it does catch all the fluid, then there won't be a cleanup that results in fluid. So it kind of helps motivate, make sure everybody constructs their diapers and pans well enough to catch anything that could come out with an engine failure. So Daryl Calderman, you need to come to the tower, pay that before you can make any more qualifying runs here or eliminations at World Cup. Come to the tower.
Still warm? Am I just wearing?
So just FYI for everybody for tomorrow, as I know some people may be finishing up here shortly, and maybe once we get done with Q3 and decide to roll out. But FYI, even if you've already been on the property today, you still have to sit in line tomorrow. I don't care if you got your wristbands, all that stuff. You still have to wait patiently, just like everybody else does. That exit lane does have to stay open. So please keep in mind, we've got 2 entrance lanes. We're going to be working to get everybody in as quickly as we can. A little patience, and we'll get you in. Plan accordingly. So Danny Calderon at your convenience. When you're ready to pay your fine, swing on up here to the tower, and we'll get you taken care of.
Bueno, mi gente, y como se puso en la regla nueva de la categoría X Front Wheel Drive, el vehículo que acaba de correr, Corillo, oye, como duró más de 5 minutos el arreglo de la pista, oye, me tiene que pagar $1,000, pasar por la torre, pagar $1,000 de multa y automáticamente queda descualificado. No puede correr más el evento, el carro que acaba de romper, porque la rotura duró más de 5 minutos, así que tienes que pagar, mírame, 1,000 pesitos y te quedaste fuera del evento.
Daniel Calderon, please come to the tower. Daniel Calderon, please come to the tower. Car 1997 and Extreme Front Wheel Drive. Daniel Calderon, you are needed to Suite 101 Race Control, please. Once again, Daniel Calderon, you are needed to Suite 101 Race Control, please.
Bueno, ya estamos ready.
So they'll stay 5th and 7th.
Se durmió bien duro en la